Lighthouses, towers of light. These structures, often standing alone on the edge of the world, have a presence that is both commanding and comforting. They are the silent sentinels of the sea, watching over the waters and guiding those who traverse them, standing guard against the darkness. Their beams pierce through the night, cutting through the thickest fog and the fiercest storms. They are the guardians of the night, ensuring that sailors can find their way even in the most treacherous conditions. For centuries, they have been beacons of hope for sailors, warning of danger, guiding them to safety. These towering structures have saved countless lives. Their lights a constant reminder that there is always a way home, no matter how dark the night or how rough the sea. In the swirling mists and raging storms, lighthouses are a symbol of human resilience against the forces of nature. They stand tall and unyielding, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. They are a beacon of hope, a symbol of safety, and a reminder of the power of the human spirit. Scotland, with its dramatic coastline and treacherous waters, has a long and storied history with lighthouses. The rugged beauty of the Scottish coast is matched only by the strength and resilience of its lighthouses. These structures have stood the test of time, weathering countless storms and guiding countless sailors to safety. From the rugged shores of the Hebrides to the windswept cliffs of the Northern Isles, these towering structures have played a vital role in Scotland's maritime heritage. Each lighthouse is a testament to the bravery and dedication of those who built and maintained them, ensuring that the lights never went out. Each lighthouse has its own tale to tell, stories of bravery, of hardship, and of the enduring human spirit. These stories are etched into the very walls of the lighthouses, a testament to the lives that have been touched by their light. A story of storms weathered, lives saved, and the enduring spirit of those who kept the lights burning. The lighthouse keepers, often isolated and alone, dedicated their lives to ensuring that the lights never went out. Their stories are a testament to the human spirit, a reminder of the power of dedication and perseverance. But some lighthouses hold a darker story, tales of mystery and intrigue, of disappearances and unexplained events. These stories add an air of mystery to the lighthouses, a reminder that the sea holds many secrets, a mystery that chills the bones and captures the imagination. These stories are a reminder that the sea is a place of both beauty and danger, a place where the line between reality and myth is often blurred. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse is one such place. Its story is one of the most enduring mysteries of the sea, a tale that has captured the imagination of many. The disappearance of the lighthouse keepers in 1900 remains unexplained, a haunting reminder of the power of the sea and the mysteries that still linger in our world. Its story is a haunting reminder of the power of the sea and the mysteries that still linger in our world. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse stands as a testament to the enduring power of the sea, a symbol of the mysteries that still remain unsolved. It is a reminder that, even in our modern world, there are still places where the line between reality and myth is blurred and where the power of the sea remains a force to be reckoned with. West of the Outer Hebrides, shrouded in mist and legend, lie the Flannan Isles, 7 rocky islands, windswept and desolate, home to seabirds and the ghosts of shipwrecks. On the largest isle, Eilean Mor, stands the Flannan Isles Lighthouse. Completed in 1899, it was a beacon of hope in a treacherous stretch of sea. The Flannan Isles were notorious for shipwrecks. The treacherous currents and unpredictable weather made it a hazard for even the most experienced sailors. The lighthouse was built to prevent further tragedies, a symbol of progress and safety in a dangerous world. The lighthouse was manned by 3 keepers. They lived in isolation. Their only connection to the outside world was a small supply boat. Their lives were ruled by the rhythm of the sea and the turning of the light. Every 20 seconds, the beam flashed its warning into the darkness, a reassuring pulse in the vast emptiness of the Atlantic. Life on Eilean Mor was harsh, isolated and exposed to the full fury of the Atlantic. The keepers were a hardy breed, used to solitude and the challenges of their vital work. They worked in shifts, maintaining the light, recording weather conditions, and watching for ships in distress. In December 1900, the lighthouse was manned by James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur. Ducat, the principal keeper, was an experienced hand. Marshall and MacArthur were temporary keepers, filling in for the usual crew. They were strangers to the island and to each other. On December 15th, the supply boat made its regular journey to the island. It was a routine visit, delivering supplies, collecting mail, and checking on the keepers. But as the boat approached the island, a chilling sight greeted the crew. The lighthouse was dark. The light, usually a beacon in the gathering gloom, was out. Section 4. The silence begins. The Flannan Isles lighthouse stood tall and resolute against the stormy sky, a beacon of hope and safety for sailors navigating the treacherous waters. But today, an eerie silence enveloped the lighthouse, a silence that would soon unravel a mystery. The captain of the supply boat sounded the horn. No answer. The horn's echo faded into the howling wind, leaving an unsettling void. The crew exchanged worried glances, their faces etched with concern. He tried to signal the lighthouse with a flare gun. Still, no response. The bright flare illuminated the dark sky, casting an eerie glow over the turbulent sea. Yet the lighthouse remained dark and silent, its keepers nowhere to be seen. A sense of dread settled over the crew. Something was terribly wrong. The lighthouse, a symbol of steadfastness, now seemed like a ghostly sentinel, its silence a harbinger of doom. Unable to dock due to the rough seas, the captain sent a message back to the mainland. The lighthouse was unmanned. The waves crashed against the boat with relentless fury, making any attempt to approach the lighthouse perilous. The fate of the keepers, unknown. The empty halls of the lighthouse echoed with the whispers of the past, each corner shrouded in mystery. The keepers' personal belongings lay untouched, as if they had vanished into thin air. The news was met with disbelief and growing concern. The community, tightly knit and reliant on the lighthouse, was thrown into turmoil. Families gathered at the docks, their faces a mix of fear and hope. The keepers were reliable and experienced. Their dedication to their duty was well known, and their sudden disappearance was baffling. The portraits of the keepers, once symbols of pride, now seemed like haunting reminders of their absence. They would never abandon their post without reason. The keepers had weathered countless storms and challenges, their commitment unwavering. What could have driven them to leave their post? A rescue boat was immediately dispatched, carrying a relief keeper and investigators. The urgency of the situation was palpable as the rescue team prepared to face the unknown. Their mission was clear: uncover the truth behind the silence. As the boat battled its way through the storm-tossed sea, speculation ran wild. Theories ranged from the plausible to the fantastical. Had the keepers been victims of foul play, or had they encountered something beyond human comprehension? What had happened to the keepers? The empty quarters offered no clues, only deepening the mystery. The investigators combed through every inch, searching for any sign of struggle or departure. Had they been swept away by a rogue wave? The sea, with its unpredictable nature, held many secrets. A rogue wave could have easily claimed the lives of the keepers, leaving no trace behind, or had something more sinister befallen them. The stormy night was filled with shadows and whispers, hinting at darker possibilities. Could there have been an intruder, or perhaps a supernatural force at play? The journey to the Flannan Isles was fraught with danger. The rescue team braved the elements, their determination unwavering. Each wave that crashed against the boat was a reminder of the peril they faced. The storm that had prevented the supply boat from docking showed no signs of abating. The relentless storm seemed almost sentient, as if it were guarding the secrets of the lighthouse. The rescue team pressed on, driven by a sense of duty and the hope of finding answers. The relief keeper and the investigators knew that they were sailing into the heart of the mystery. Their faces, etched with determination, reflected the gravity of their mission. They were not just seeking the keepers, they were seeking the truth behind the silence that had gripped the Flannan Isles lighthouse. Section 5. A haunting discovery. The relief keeper, Joseph Moore, was the first to reach the lighthouse. He had been summoned urgently, the message cryptic and alarming. The regular keepers had not been heard from in days, and the light, a beacon for sailors, had gone dark. He climbed the steep steps, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and anticipation. Each step echoed in the hollow structure, amplifying his growing sense of dread. The lighthouse, usually a symbol of safety, now felt like a foreboding tower. What he found inside sent chills down his spine. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the distant crash of waves against the rocks below. The lighthouse was eerily silent, the usual hum of activity, the comforting sounds of life, were conspicuously absent. It was as if the building itself was holding its breath. The only sound was the howling wind outside. The clock had stopped, its hands frozen in time. The fire, which should have been roaring in the hearth, was out, its embers cold and lifeless. And there was no sign of the keepers. Their quarters were empty, their personal belongings untouched, as if they had simply vanished. Moore searched frantically, calling out the names of his comrades. His voice, filled with desperation, echoed through the empty halls. He checked every room, every corner, hoping to find some clue, some sign of life. But there was no answer. The silence was deafening, a stark contrast to the storm raging outside. It was as if the lighthouse was a world unto itself, cut off from reality, only the echo of his own voice in the empty rooms. The sound bounced off the walls, creating an eerie, ghostly effect that made the hairs on the back of his neck stand up. The scene was one of chaos. Upturned chairs lay scattered across the floor, as if a struggle had taken place. Papers were strewn about, fluttering in the draft like lost souls. An untouched meal on the table. Plates of food, now cold and unappetizing, sat as a grim reminder of the suddenness of the disappearance. It was as if the keepers had been interrupted in the middle of their meal and had never returned. It looked as if the keepers had vanished into thin air. There were no signs of a struggle, no clues to their whereabouts. It was as if they had been spirited away by some unseen force. Moore made his way to the logbook, his hands trembling as he flipped through the pages. The logbook, a record of daily activities and observations, might hold the key to the mystery. The last entry sent a shiver down his spine. It was hastily written, the handwriting shaky and uneven, as if the writer had been in a great hurry or under immense stress. It was written by Thomas Marshall, just hours before the light went out. The entry was brief, but its contents were chilling. And it simply read, "Storm bound, God is over all." The words echoed in Moore's mind, a cryptic message that offered no answers, only more questions. What had happened to the keepers? What had they seen or experienced that led to their disappearance? The mystery of the lighthouse would haunt Moore for the rest of his days, a chilling reminder of the unknown forces that lurk in the shadows.